Alright, our final project. We are starting work on our final project this week, which will be a command line Python game. You have the choice of any game you want, but please make sure it's something you can build in Python given the skills that we've learned so far. And we broke up the final project effort over several weeks to make it more manageable. So for this week, we just have the proposal of the final project is due, and I'll talk about that more in a moment. Then in a couple of weeks, we will have the actual code due, so a running application will be due in 2 weeks. Now, in my humble opinion, the planning phase of any project is the most important phase. So we need to spend ample time planning our final project, and once we're satisfied with the plan, then we go ahead and execute this plan. Now, our assignment this week is to submit our final project proposal, and this proposal will ask you to submit 2 pieces: a design brief, where you will describe your solution, and also pseudocode for your solution. Alright, so what's due this week is your design brief, which should be around 100 to 250 words long. In this brief, you should describe what the application is about, what problem it solves, and who are your main target users. I also want you to review the rubric for this assignment because it would help you to better understand what needs to be included. For this project proposal, I want more than just a 2-line document where you just state the problem and the solution. So please review the rubric for more details. Then the second half of this project proposal is to write the pseudocode for your application, and both the design brief and the pseudocode can be in one Word document. Now, when it comes to ideas for your final project, the options are pretty much open, but there is a requirement to make it a social conscience game. I do suggest you think about a topic that you are passionate about and create a small game around it. Now, if you can't think of an idea for your game, that's certainly okay. I provided you with ideas in the resource section in the assignment page. You can also search online. For example, just search for a phrase like Python games for beginners. And also do keep in mind the scope of the game. So please make sure you can design, build, and test the game so you can submit it by the end of the term. And in any product development effort, there's the concept of creating an MVP, or minimal viable product. This simply means creating the simplest version of your product, which in our case is a Python game, but it's still a game that runs successfully. It might not have all the bells and whistles that you wish it had, but again, it meets the basic requirements, and more importantly, it runs fine with no errors. And again, make sure that this is something that you can complete in the coming few weeks. Now, having said that, it's also good to have a second version of your application with more features and functionality. This is not required for the final project, but I do urge you to work on it to continue to practice and grow your Python programming skills. Now, I'm sure you will have questions regarding this final project, so please reach out to me via the email Canvas inbox or in the Q&A forum, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions and provide any needed assistance.